there!
And welcome to the P2P Show.
Sort of.
And also to the people who are going to say, you're late, it's 4:30. To be fair, Straw Poll said to start at potato.
That's true. So, I mean, that basically means we're starting at whatever time we feel like. I didn't even think. That was good. Because we put potato in the straw poll. Yes,
and you guys voted for potato, and this is potato.
It is 4:30. I'm sorry, guys. This is our third. Well, okay, we've done more live streams, but this is our third attempt at the legit live stream. Even more legit by the fact that what is this? What am I using here? What are you using? Oh my gosh!
Oh. New hardware.
It's like I have a laptop with a mechanical keyboard or something.
And it's like I have an Infinity display.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, that's their branding?
Yeah.
Infinity display. Yeah, you're using the Dell XPS 13.
Yes.
I'm using the MSI GT80.
Titan.
It's kind of funny because we just happen to have both of these laptops in the studio for
today. This will be a permanent fixture.
Yeah, we're keeping that.
This one we're borrowing from MSI.
Yeah.
To review.
We have to give it back because it's that special. But we are having an interesting time playing around with it.
Anyways, it's potato o'clock, and welcome to the P2P Show. I'm Jack. This is Keys.
I'm Keys.
Let's jump into the first story.
/ Riley. Yeah, so our first story for today is... Oh, yeah, normally we'll have an intro, but we haven't finished the intro yet. So we're going to have that later. Our first story is AT&T is expanding their service in order to compete with Google Fiber.
It's about time.
They're going to match their prices and their speeds, but only in one city right now, which is...
Kansas.
Yes. That's right. So this is kind of ridiculous. I mean, because the whole argument... I mean, actually, by this measure... There is competition in the market, and AT&T is responding to it, but there's only competition in 5 cities or whatever fiber is in right now. Not even 5.
They're planning to roll out in North Carolina, Georgia, Texas, and Tennessee, and California.
Yeah.
So
basically, you get 1 gigabit or 1,000 megabits per second upload and download. Are they doing upload and download? Because that's what fiber is.
That's a good question.
Do you know? Okay. We might as well go to the article for this.
Yes.
There you go. So 1,000 megabits per second upload and download? I mean, I'm not actually sure, so we're going to have to see that. But apparently they're matching the speeds and the prices in Kansas. For $70 a month is the basic one, and then $120 is for the internet and TV.
The funny thing is, Time Warner, which it says in the article, is the major player in Kansas City, and they have tripled their speeds to keep up with Google's speeds, and they haven't raised a single dime.
In the one place,
just to show how big of an impact Google is making, that Time Warner is shaking in their boots, and they jacked up their speeds just to compete.
Now, actually... this quote is interesting because they're saying, the new net neutrality rules could hamper its rollout of high-speed services, which is actually, I've heard some arguments to that point where it's like, okay, Title II, because they're proposing Title II now. I think they're voting on it later this month or soon. And Title II is supposed to kind of even the playing field and give basically people like Google who want to expand access to the pipes, basically the infrastructure in order for them to deliver the super high, because Google's having to dig its own trenches and lay its own lines to give out fiber, and that's why it's taking so long. But if Title II comes out, they could just be like, we're just jack into the regular infrastructure, and it'll be a lot easier for them. So apparently some of the ISPs have been arguing that the new net neutrality rules could hamper their development. They're like, we have been... We've been doing all this research and putting all this money into expanding infrastructure, except they haven't. And now it's going to be harder with net neutrality.
Apparently the bit rate's too high. We need to turn down the gain on the mic.
Really?
Yes.
That's down on the mic, I think. And the bit rate.
Sorry, we see the chat. Apparently, it's buffering for a lot of people. So
Try that.
you had it at 8,000.
Shh.
Anyways,
We'll see if that helps. Keep an eye on the chat. Like we said, actually, our tech man Anthony has been working behind the scenes on our other streams. He kind of helps.
Shout
out when
out
he's
to
gone.
Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony, where you at, man? Doing real work. Anyways, so what's our next one?
Well, we have this.
We have what? Feel free. Oh, right, the Twitter question. Okay, so the AT&T, this story goes into our Twitter question for the day, which is, where is the Twitter question?
I just said, what do you guys think?
Will this make, I don't know.
Will
You wrote
AT&T
this?
will AT&T make this as compelling as an offer as Google's? Like, would you guys be willing to stick with Google or stick with AT&T or go with Time Warner or whatever? You know, do you trust AT&T to handle this? You know, will Robin ever get to drive the Batmobile? All these questions. Tweet at us.
I mean, that's a good question, actually, because I don't really know much about, like, AT&T services.
Yeah, because up here in
We're in
Canada,
Canada.
we don't have that. We have Rogers, Bell, TELUS.
Tell us if you're in an area with Google Fiber and a choice between other people, because if the speeds are the same and the prices are the same, would it make you want to switch? I honestly don't. I would go with Google because I use Google for everything. All hail Google! And they scare me sometimes with their AI research, but yeah. So tweet us at NCIXJack, at NCIXKeys. That is today's Twitter question. So we're going to look at the tweets at the end of the show. Well, maybe not the end, but later in the show. And we will look at those tweets and answer them or respond at any rate. All right.
Moving along.
Moving right along.
Sony has announced their smart eyewear glasses. That's right. Sony has announced their augmented reality glasses called the SEDE1. That's a mouthful. They weigh about 77 grams. It's got a 3 megapixel camera. It's got an accelerometer, gyro, electronic compass, and a brightness sensor. Basically, it's a pair of glasses, and Sony is using a holographic waveguide technology in the 3mm AR lens to put information directly in front of the wearer's eye line. So that's really cool. I mean, the battery life is kind of wonky though. Apparently it lasts up to 80 minutes with the camera on standby or active. I can't remember what that is. Or the total battery life is about 150 minutes, which isn't that great. It also has a wired controller that has a touch sensor. It's got NFC, microphone, and the battery, that's where the battery is stored. So yeah, you can also reply to text with voice. I mean, you kind of look like a big goofball with these. I mean, you can see from the video. But you know, one use case might be you might be assembling an engine or something if you're a mechanic, where you need to be hands-free and the directions come up on the screen to show you where to put that rod or that pulley.
Okay, this person looks like such a dork there. Did you see that?
Yeah, totally.
Really?
She totally does.
Oh, God. I haven't watched this video.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, I was wondering why you're staying so silent.
Okay, also this UI, like that doesn't even look
Yeah.
like a real proof of concept or anything. They're just like, that's like the worst Premiere, not even Premiere, like Photoshopping.
Anyways, pre-orders start at $840 US.
Nope.
I mean,
I actually think that's really funny.
honestly, it looks like they're wearing protective eyewear in sports from like the 90s. That's what she looks like she's doing.
You know, Google Glass, like it basically, I think people have realized you're not going to use smart glasses like this. Like if smart glasses become a thing, look at how much of a dork she looks. Why are they trying to make her look good? Like if you're going to wear smart glasses, it's going to be in a professional setting. Like doctors have used it to great success already.
Look, her friend has one too.
Oh yeah, totally. Just hook up with your friends. Like doctors have already used it to great success in like surgeries and stuff. They can have people like give like, make sure you cut that artery. Maybe not that, but doctors engineers, like construction workers, even, like people in a professional setting where it's like you're doing work and you need constant information being like, yo, come over here or something,
Well, like, how do you feel about the HoloLens then? I mean, you'll look like a
HoloLens is a completely different thing. This is another like smart glass type thing where they want you to like wear it out while you're walking around, like looking at stuff. I'm just walking. I got a text and I'm gonna check but you look like a dork. But the HoloLens,
you still look like more.
No,
of a
I know,
dork.
but the way they're gearing the HoloLens is towards work, towards people who are doing like creative work, so they can have like a hologram of what they're like designing, like. They had a motorcycle demo there where the person was like working on the motorcycle on the computer.
On the fuel tank.
Yeah, they're working on the computer, but then next to them is like a 3D model of it, and they can like, how do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? Oh no, and then they go back to working. But like, geez.
Anyways,
is the sound still clipping?
At $840.
What are they saying in the
People
chat?
are saying it looks like 3D glasses.
I don't know. Looks like the sound's okay. Let us know if the sound's being crazy, guys, because we've definitely had some issue. I know there's some background noise. I know there's some echo. We are using our regular boom mic that we use normally. We are hoping to use a omnidirectional condenser mic, like a voiceover mic in the future, but we don't have the setup for that right now. So hold tight. We'll get there.
Yeah, people were saying the mic is super loud and the video is very laggy.
Mic is super loud and the video is super laggy.
Maybe turn down your speakers? I don't know.
Should turn down the bitrate even more? I don't know.
I don't know.
What am I doing?
Do you want me to do the next one while you're doing that?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Oh yeah, this is the HTC One. I haven't looked at it at all. See, now wait, but before we leave the Sony Smart Eyewear, what's the thing that's differentiating this from Google Glass?
It's got a wired controller. So instead of tapping the side of the thing.
That's not better. That's not better. I'm just going to go ahead and say that.
Next story. All right. HTC One M9, the new one, it has leaked. Specs for the new M9 have leaked. It looks to be very promising so far. It's got a Snapdragon 810 processor, 3 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, and you can get it in 32 gigs or 64 gig storage flavors with micro SD expansion. Thank you, HTC. It's got a 20.7 megapixel camera with dual LED flash. It's got their sort of ultra pixel 4 megapixel selfie camera. It still has boom sound. It will come with Android 5.0.2 with a version of Sense, but that's still speculation, and a 2,840 milliamp hour battery. The one weird thing is that they are sticking to. Do you want to bring up the HTC?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. The one weird thing is that they are sticking to a 5-inch display. No big deal there, but it is still going to be 1080p. Kind of makes you wonder why they've gone that way, save costs or whatnot. I mean, a bunch of other companies are coming out with high resolution phones. But what's even more interesting is a bunch of accessories have leaked as well on the spec sheet. And apparently they will have a waterproof case rated at IP68. So that's definitely going to be interesting.
I don't care about the higher resolutions at all.
Yeah?
No. I think my phone, I have the LG, I don't have it on me right now, but I have the LG original Optimus G. That's right, before they kicked
So you would be the OG.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
OG Optimus.
OG?
No, this is before they dropped the Optimus. But I think it has a 720p screen, and I never notice. And this isn't me just being a peasant, okay? I like high resolution displays as much as the next guy, but like for phones though, like 1080p is, you're fine.
Yeah.
Like you don't need. I don't understand. I would rather them take the battery savings that you would get with a smaller res display and have a smaller res display. But that's just me.
I mean, it's definitely nice that, they're continuing with the HTC One name, although the M7, M8, M9 iteration will definitely start to get confusing, but we'll see more at the Mobile World Congress trade show
I miss
Barcelona.
I miss the days when every Android phone had like a completely different name, and the same company would put out like 8 different styles of phone, like HTC Desire and HTC.
Really?
Then what did they have way back in the day? I had a Evo 3D.
I had a HTC Titan 2, the TYTN 2.
Yeah.
Which was a Windows Mobile device.
But now they're just putting out like the flagship and just putting more numbers on it.
like the
boring.
Xperia Z, Z1, Z2, Z3,
Yeah,
Z4.
exactly. Come up with new
iPhone
ideas.
6, iPhone 7.
I want to see the HTC
I'm super
laser
excited, though.
unicorn.
Laser
Like,
unicorn.
you gotta come up
HTC,
with a-
if you're listening or watching or buffering the stream, laser unicorn for your next phone. Do you want to take this next one or?
I think I do.
Okay.
I think I do. Oh, Google Project Zero. Yeah, this is one that I reported on quite a bit when we were when we do NetLinked. So Google Project Zero is kind of like their, Avengers of the Internet is what I described it.
Right, you did that Avengers joke.
I did that whole thing. It was a hilarious joke. Where if you've been paying attention for the past few days, I think Microsoft, they did it multiple times too, where they find a bug. Google's Project Zero team finds a bug in a software. They let the developer, or the company who made the software, in this case Microsoft, know that there's a bug, and they give them 90 days to fix it. And that was kind of a big thing. In fact, I think Microsoft, after Google did it like at least twice to them, where they disclosed the details of the bug after 90 days, whether Microsoft had a fix out or not, and they didn't. Microsoft released a press statement saying, yeah, thanks a lot, Google, basically.
Yo, dog.
Basically saying, we should work together and come up with a fix or
bros.
something, instead of, they were not bros at all. Google's like the enemy of Apple and Microsoft. They were like, hey, let's work together. Microsoft is saying this. Instead of, putting a bunch of users at risk, which it did. So now Google seems to have seen some sense, and they're going to give the companies that they that they found these bugs in the software, they're going to give the companies 14-day grace period to get the fix out. If the company lets Google know that they're working on a fix. So Google will say, oh, we were playing around with Windows 8.1 or 10, and we saw, this hacker could exploit this thing and get higher permissions. So you have to fix this. Google or Microsoft will say, oh, please, Google, please, we're working on a fix. And Google will be like, all right, you'll have 14 days.
14 more days.
That's the exact hand motion.
14 more days.
14 days. And Microsoft will be like, thank you.
I feel like that's like me back in high school. All of us would band together and plead with our English teachers, like, can you push back the midterm? We just need to study a bit more. Mm-hmm. Just push it back. And studying meant partying all weekend long. So
yeah. Oh, and they're also being a little sensible in saying, okay, if it falls on a holiday or a weekend, and they won't disclose it on a holiday or a weekend, so that the programmers can not be disturbed in their pajamas while they're at home.
Pajamas.
Okay. So, how's it going so far, guys? How's the audio and video now? Check the chat.
Late to the
Buffering,
party. Does
just
the
for
audio
fun.
sound weird to anything else?
Yeah, the audio does sound weird. I'll give you that. We were playing it. So,
We need to start doing random streams, and writing down all our settings.
That's true.
Because every time we've done this, we've had a different computer as the streaming one, and we forget to import the settings all the time.
Yeah.
So we should really test that out if we have time.
Then it'll be a lot more legit. What else will be a lot more legit?
Tell me!
Well, in terms of legitness, if you're looking for a legit website, Squarespace can help you. Yes, that's right, guys. We're doing a sponsor spot in these streams, but don't worry about it. Because actually, I used Squarespace to make my wedding website. If you don't know, I tied the knot. Can you see that?
Not to me, clearly.
Yeah.
He didn't.
A lot of people thought, though. You know what? That's fine.
It's Canada.
You're open-minded.
It's legal here.
No, it was a woman. And we used Squarespace to do our wedding website.
It is a woman, not was.
Yeah.
Was
so,
would imply something different.
as you can see, we have an offer. Squarespace is super sick. Normally, I think they actually are really affordable regardless, but their plans are like, here, let me open it up here.
I think you're saying it starts like $8 a month?
Yeah, it's
Or
like
something?
$8 a month.
$8?
I think we got it actually when it was more expensive. So this is even less expensive than it was when I got it.
You should ask for a refund.
Oh, I totally should. Yeah. No, so that's what it is normally. But with our special deal, if you go to Squarespace and enter promo code, I believe it's going to be NCIX, squarespace.com/NCIX, you get a free trial, and then also 10% off if you want to sign up. So you get 10% off, I think, the first thing you purchase or whatever. So they have that regular plan, and then you can also purchase extra stuff on top of that. But yeah, it's really like slick, clean design if you're into like minimalism. See, that's another thing. They their sites get kind of conforms to whatever form factor you're using. So if you go on a phone, it will kind of automatically tailor it towards mobile. So you don't need to go and like make a whole other separate thing. They have 24/7 support, customer support. And they support stores. So if you want a beautiful website or a blog or sell things through them. So yeah. A lot of I think Chance the Rapper was on here.
I love Chance.
I love Chance the Rapper. He's freaking amazing. I don't know. I just love he's just kind of like funny and he's really like jazz inspired. I'm such a hipster. Anyways, so yeah, if you guys are interested, go check out squarespace.com/NCIX and enter promo code NCIX. And yeah.
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. Mm-hmm. All right, let's carry on. Next story.
Next story is Mars.
Mars.
Let's go to Mars, guys. The Mars One has selected their
that kind of
final,
freaks me out. I will not become a CNET member.
100 finalists. Apparently, 1 alien and 99 human. So if you aren't aware,
when I read that, I was like, "What are you talking about?"
If you aren't aware, Mars One is the project to go to Mars, one-way trip, and over 200,000 people applied to actually be a part of this program to see what I don't even know what they would do when they get there. Actually, but anyway, that's
they're just gonna hang out. They're just gonna chill.
They went from over 200,000 down.
What's up?
To 100, and we have a special guest.
Well, what do you know?
You want to come say hi?
Yeah,
no,
we're streaming.
Oh. Come say hi.
Hello.
It's NCIX Wheels.
Hello. What's
Slash
up,
Chris
I
Lim.
brought you guys some cookies.
You brought us cookies in the middle of the stream.
We won't eat these. We made a promise not to eat during the stream.
Oh yeah, ever since.
Ever since that.
If you're not aware, the first time was that the first time we streamed?
I think it was like the
It
second
was the first time me and you streamed,
Right.
and you were having that
First time I streamed. I hadn't eaten lunch, and I wanted to eat lunch, so I ate my chicken club. It was delicious.
Anyways, the plan is to fly to Mars. It's gonna take at least like a whole year almost. And the list is down to 50 men and 50 women, although one guy claims to actually be from Mars, and he refuses to be named his human name and goes by M1K0. And this isn't a joke. He claims to be from Mars in that he will be sort of the tour guide when we get there. And when I say we, I mean the people who signed up for the Mars One, because I had no idea this was going on.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be kind of cool to go to Mars. But anyways...
I watched his. Did you watch his video?
No, I did not.
It was kind of interesting. It one of the links that was about the story had his like audition video or something, and he was like, "Hello, I'm from Mars.
I'm M1K0.
I think it's funny, all you guys like how you write books and like make movies about my planet. It's very funny." I was like, "Okay, buddy."
So yeah, look, maybe he's looking for a hitch a ride back home. But the final 100 finalists will be 50 men and 50 women. We're at this point 49.
50 men or 49.
49 men and one alien. And if you didn't make the cut this time around, there may be more opportunities for the Mars One project more signups in 2015, or you can sign up for Elon Musk's own SpaceX program. That is also a thing.
Well, I don't think they have like a concrete plan yet. He's just kind of talking a lot about Mars.
Do you think they might need two YouTube tech hosts?
No, I think they're all right. Maybe they have 100 people, I'm sure.
Maybe one of them?
I'm not going to Mars, man. They're dying there. They're not coming back.
Wow.
Like,
morbid.
You can sign up. Don't bring me in.
I just think it'd be pretty cool to go to a different planet. I mean, it's gonna take a freaking year to go. I mean, apparently it's gonna be 2024 for the first trip, and they won't get there till 2025 or something like that, like a full year. It's many light years away.
I mean, who knows what things are gonna be like in 2024, but these guys have signed up to go to it. I mean, it's a big step. I mean, kudos to them, right? Like, that's crazy. But, like, I am planning, as long as something crazy doesn't happen, to live past 2024.
I mean, there are actually 6 Canadians who are going, and 2 of them are actually from BC. Both female, both 42. Oh, yeah. One's a scout leader, I think I read. And she's a grandmother now at the age of 42.
Her knot tying skills will come in big handy
as a scout
on Mars. And it's like the forest is one thing, the woods, and now you're on Mars. You better tie some really good knots. Get all your badges ready.
I mean, if I had a family, I don't know if I can necessarily go to Mars, but being as
being yourself,
being myself now, being single, I wouldn't mind going.
That's a really good Twitter question, actually. In addition to our first Twitter question, tweet us and tell us if you would go to Mars
and colonize.
You can't return, because that's what the deal is here.
Yeah, it's a one-way trip.
So you can't return, but would you go to Mars if you had the opportunity, not knowing full well that, you may very well die there, as in, like, not die there and as in live the rest of your days out peacefully and then die.
But something
you could die immediately.
Like in a disaster, like some sort of catastrophe.
Yes.
Where there's actually, all the air has been depleted from all the things.
So at NCIX Keys, at NCIX Jack, in case you missed it.
At NCIX Keys, at NCIX.
Well, whatever you feel like. Okay.
Moving on.
So, next story. Xiaomi.
Xiaomi
is how you say it.
Little
I
rice.
know how to speak that language.
It's Mandarin.
There you go. They decided to test their phones with crustaceans, as in
live sea creatures.
Yeah. I mean, normally this isn't like, okay, whatever. Yeah, it's just a publicity stuff. But I just thought it was actually kind of funny, like watching the video. I'm gonna see. Oh man, is there sound though? Oh, turn it off. There we go. Let's see. Can we zoom in on this? Yeah. So I'm gonna skip forward. There we go. Look. So they have these crabs in a thing. Here he is. They just for demo they have. A slow motion replay of him cutting that cucumber. So they have. Also, what is that? Is that like
quail egg?
It's like a bird egg. That's not very nice. So they take their Xiaomi Mi 4, which is their upcoming smartphone, and they decided to test it with various sea creatures, crustaceans. There's a freshwater crab, a Japanese blue crab,
and a lobster.
And the last one's a lobster, and I think they don't actually show. Also, look at, like, who are these employees of Xiaomi that are going in there and putting their fingers next to the lobster claws? Like, I don't know, like, they take the rubber bands off and they're just like, here you go, little guy. I wouldn't do that. If NCIX asked me to do that, I wouldn't do it.
Well, that's how this happens.
But also, I hate sea creatures in general.
See that?
Unless they're dolphins.
Lobster.
Yeah, that's what happened? Yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
Grow a finger back. So.
Oh, and they don't tell you whether the lobster succeeded in killing the phone. But that was kind of interesting.
I mean, they strayed away from the conventional test where they just drop something on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're not just like dropping it. iPhone or Apple should have done that to test their Speaking of Apple, next story.
Good segue.
Oh, see that? I'm working on the segues. Yeah. Apple is working on a kind of Gear VR / head-mounted display thing for the iPhone. So like Samsung has the Gear VR, you can slide the Note 4 into the headset there, and then you have virtual reality. I think there's 2 lenses that are calibrated to work with the screen. But Apple apparently has filed a patent. I think they filed a patent a while ago, actually.
They file a lot of patents in the year.
Yeah. I mean, people love patents in the States. Don't know why they're so about the patents, eh?
Don't know, I absolutely don't know. Igloos.
Yeah, you better stick with glues. We call them glues now.
No, we don't.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of details on it because it's completely conceptual, basically. But basically, someone found this patent filing for Apple working on a Gear VR / thing for the iPhone. So we'll see if that ever comes to fruition.
Fruition.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything much more to say about that.
Yeah. But you know what time it is?
What time is it?
Tweet reading time.
Oh, almost.
Almost? All right.
One more thing.
All right, Bethesda.
Bethesda. What is this up here? Guys, come on now. We're not advertising for them. Bethesda is owned by Zenimax, who you may remember from the days when they sued Oculus after Facebook acquired them for patents that they said they owned that were used by John Carmack, who now works at Oculus and who used to work at Zenimax. Yep. Anyways, Zenimax has not got some good publicity lately, and they're not helping themselves anymore with this current thing. Basically, this guy is, I think he's a famous YouTube guy, Captain Sparklez. I think I looked him up, and he has some kind of crazy number of subscribers.
8 million?
8 million subscribers, this guy. And he's working on a game. I guess he does a lot of Minecraft. There's some GTA 5 in there. He's working on a game called Fortress Fallout, which looks like this, I guess. Which I don't really know what the game, what do you call it?
It's a competitive
Mechanics.
2D strategy game.
Well, there you go. Anyways, it's called Fortress Fallout, and the reason we don't like Zenimax, again, is that they are threatening legal action against him for using the Fallout in Fortress Fallout.
The word Fallout.
The word Fallout. Because Bethesda makes the Fallout games. Fallout 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's like saying... What am I trying to say? That's like saying, oh yeah, I made a game called The Jack with the keys, and we own the rights to the word the. You can't use the word the in any game you ever make ever again.
I mean, I just kind of wanted to call this out because I read it and I was like, that's stupid. Also, Polygon usually tends to report on this kind of stuff. Social justice warrior type of stuff, you know.
I mean, come on, like, really? You don't see Valve going up to him, oh, he used Fortress. You can't use Fortress because Team Fortress.
And apparently, Bethesda also did this to Mojang when they released Scrolls.
Yeah, I remember that because of Elder Scrolls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't even catch that when it came out. But, like, yeah, after releasing Scrolls, they argued that it infringes on the Elder Scrolls franchise. Which is, like, this is getting ridiculous. Anyways, just wanted to call that out.
That's
stupid.
I want to open up a pizza joint called Jack's Pizza, but I can't use pizza in the title because Pizza Hut has it.
We're going to have to cancel our plans to open Jack's Pizza.
I love pizza, though.
Did that with Candy Crush too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They couldn't use Saga. Saga, yeah.
Who was that?
King Software.
Oh, King, yeah, King. Yeah, Bethesda's or Zenimax is the new King software, I guess. Okay, now it is time for the tweets. You're right about that, Jack.
Tweets. The tweeters. I have no tweets. Again.
Uh-oh, I don't have the tweets up here because I'm not signed in.
The race to space is a potato. Thank you, Evan Bennett, for that lovely potato.
Start reading tweets real fast. We got to get through these.
I guess no one cares. I don't see any.
You don't see any tweets?
I don't see any tweets. Any replies to me.
Guys, add NCX keys. Add NCX Jack.
You can't make that any clearer.
Hashtag P2P.
Hashtag P2P Show. We should hashtag P2P.
Do you hear that nice mechanical when I type things?
Brown switches?
Yeah. Brown switches on the GT80 Titan laptop.
I still can't believe you switched out the metal keycaps for the regular ones, though. Them be
the
gold.
WSD?
Yeah, it was gold.
Oh, I have some I have some tweets.
Well, everybody loves keys. They just hate Jack.
Let's go to the tweets. All right. The P2P show starts at 4, but school is at 3. I don't get what you're saying. You're saying school, your school starts at 3? Oh, are you in like university or something? Or are you in a different time zone?
Sam, thank you for the tweet, but I was hoping for a tweet that was in regards to the question we asked earlier, not just say, here's a tweet for you. But I appreciate the effort, Sam. Thank you.
To Eric. Yeah, that's nice, Sam. Thank you. Samuel, yeah. 4 p.m. is the time that was voted the most for legitimate times. But as Evan Bennett notes, potato.
Yeah.
Which is a valid comment.
Yeah, because all you voted for potato start time, and guess what? Apparently 4:30 was the potato
4:30
start
is
time.
the valid. It's the potato. It's the companion start time to 4 p.m. Potato equals 4:30, as we all know. Oh, how late am I?
Oh, Sam just tweeted me. I'd go to Mars to be alone, but would probably lose my mind and go psycho on everyone. Well, if you go there to be alone, I don't think going with 99 other people would help you be alone.
Oh, there we go. He tweeted both of you. Okay.
But, incoming all the tweets.
Okay, so Andrew Bassah says, I would not go to Mars. I'd rather live in #glues. I like it. Let's start that hashtag up.
Hashtag glues. It's short for igloos if you...
I know. I've been keeping up on Reddit.
If you watched,
That's my new job.
Igloos is short for glues?
Yeah.
I didn't make, I thought I made that up.
Yeah, he made up the joke yesterday.
Oh.
And it just coincided.
When did that start?
Recently.
What?
It was very recent. It's been on Reddit a little bit. Yeah.
I started that like just the other day. They must have got it from me. because somebody tweeted me to say, they said, oh, say on Netlink, it's bulletproof glues
Yeah.
instead of bulletproof glass. And I was like, the glues isn't a thing unless you're talking about the shortened form of igloos, which is glues. I came up with it. Reddit, give me my royalties. #glues. What is it, this one?
Hashtag.
#glues. Don't sniff it.
That's the wrong type of glue. Ethan Wong says, I'd fly to Mars with my dog and we'd live a majestic life on the planet.
That's great.
Do they have breathing apparatuses for dogs? Or you would probably live in some sort of
Well, he'd have
dome.
to figure that out.
Would it
before
be
he
a
brought the
biodome
dog.
at that point?
They would have to. I mean, you're
Would they
not
call
gonna-
it a biodome?
I mean, if you're gonna have breathable atmosphere that's okay for your skin, it's gonna be a dome. You're not gonna be just.
I'm just getting
Super
flashbacks of
high.
like Total Recall right now of Arnold's face just.
The old Total Recall.
Yeah,
not
the
the
old
new
one,
one.
not what,
If
not
you're
the one
young
with
and the
Colin
good
Farrell.
one, you mean.
Yeah, the good one, yeah.
His face like. This is a question that. Do you know this, Chris? Who is your internet provider that you use to stream to Twitch?
We use.
It's Telus, isn't it?
It's not Telus.
Not
It is-
Telus.
It is technically Bell, but it's a Bell fiber network. It goes through the Bell networks, but it's not Bell either.
Do that later.
It's a corporate fiber connection.
Solid Snake says, on a Tuesday.
Tweeting round. They want us to call it the tweeting round.
That should be your theme song.
On a
Just you
Tuesday?
guys just like
Abu Akbar.
terribly singing it as the intro goes.
On a Tuesday.
Is Minecraft dying? Oh gosh. Okay.
I mean, we were
Watch
hoping.
me and make it. Okay, well, I will watch this later because I'm too scared to play that on the stream because I have no idea what's in it.
Well, it's on YouTube, so it can't be that bad.
I'm sure you're a wonderful person though. Coal dust.
Is this the XPS 13?
Tweeting round. So yeah, I think
Touch.
maybe we should call it the tweeting round. What did we have a name for it yet?
No, we did not. P tweet round?
P to tweet.
P to tweet. P to tweet to P.
No,
Tweet to
we
P.
can't. See, that's what I was scared of when we were calling it the P2P show. I'm just like, it just sounds like, no, I'm not going to start this. You know what? Never mind. We'll call it the tweeting round. Thanks. Giving TNT.
Sam says the Great Keys versus Reddit lawsuit.
Exactly.
Me royalties.
I'm gonna sue him. Here's a tweet for you. Also, hi stream. Everybody say hi to Giving TNT. Seems like a really nice guy, just like this guy. Mazzanatili.
Sunaku1510 says, Jack, grow out your sexy beard again. I'm trying. I just recently shaved it because I couldn't. I wanted something new. It's Chinese New Year, and I have to change something. Got a haircut, and it's a whole Asian thing.
I got a haircut too, but it's more.
I had to
hipster.
clean my room and everything, get a fresh haircut, and shave my beard.
All right. I think that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
That was the tweeting round. Thank you for watching, guys. Yeah, see, I'm already calling it the tweeting round without even thinking about it. Tweeting round.
Wow, everybody loves tweeting at you, eh? You're getting way more notifications than I am.
Just have a hashtag and I can tweet at whoever.
You here?
Hashtag
Look, you need
PP.
these,
Because you have to choose.
and you need these. Now, everybody, look, it's tweet Jack. I don't know why that would make you tweet him. He seems like a much more eccentric person now.
With hipster
Like,
glasses.
like perhaps like
and someone
what's
else's
wrong
tweet.
with him or something. Okay.
Thank you for that.
No, I mean like because it's a self-deprecating joke. It's like, what's wrong with me? I'm wearing crazy things all the time. Okay. Thank you for watching, guys. I think we're gonna leave it at that. So yeah, P2P Show. That's what this is. Tuesdays only. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're gonna have regular Netlinked. Tuesdays, we're doing this.
I call it Netlink Classic.
Netlink Classic. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
So,
you
yeah.
so much. Oh, and follow this channel on on Twitch if you're watching on
NCX
Twitch.
official.
If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe if you feel like it.
I will be on my own Twitch channel later just to chat. I won't have webcam on. I still need to do some work, but I will hop into my own NCX Jack Twitch channel if you guys want to chat and talk about butterflies and unicorns. No, please don't.
And if you
I
want
just shot
to,
myself in the foot.
and if you want to chat with me, you're gonna have to find where I live and come and
Just
do
tweet
the.
him.
I'm a fan of the drop-in, so just
Official Jack.
just
After
show
Party.
up.
Yes, the official Jack After Party. All right,
All right,
that's pretty good. 42 minutes.
pretty good. Bye, guys.
Turtle.
See you next Tuesday or tomorrow for Netlinked.
Yes.
Turtle is your
Sign off.
sign off.
Heck
What was
yeah.
mine again?
Goodbye.